Yeah, so you can start whenever you're ready. Thanks.
All right, so let me pull up the slides. Okay. All right, so everyone can see the slides. All right, so
Yep.
okay, so Taylor InnoFest, the exhibition gonna start on 20 June 2022. So it's gonna be the first session. So we say that in this year we're gonna have two sessions, which is June session and also the December session. So now it's gonna be the June session, the first session. So it's gonna start on 20 June. 20 June is the date where we gonna exhibit all the projects in the website. Okay. So just to merely recap that last year we have 206 project, and the final year project from SCE we have 48 project. So that's quite a lot. I mean, that's the majority of it. It's good, and then we hope that we're gonna receive much more from School of Engineering. Okay, so another recap is that I just want to show the finalists last year. So this is the best IPR. So we have three categories. So it's gonna be the first one will be best potential IPR filing, intellectual property filing. So yeah, the Nangka project is the finalist as well. And so it is come from the School of Computer Science and Engineering. So another project is on the best prototype. So we have this study on small scale solar point concentrator for urban application. So that's another finalist from School of Engineering, as well as Taylor University commercialization potential. So we have jackfruit project, group 10, as well as a ripeness detection system for jackfruit. So all of this project you can actually see, or if you want to view it already in our Taylor InnoFest website. So you can just go there and then just take a look on that. Okay. So the process will be all right. So everyone, I mean the participant from schools of Taylor University gonna submit their projects, and then there will be an evaluation of the projects, in which there will be three categories, and then there will be three winners for each three categories lah. So we're gonna have 9 finalists. All right. Okay, so this is the prizes, the category, and also the prizes. So the winner, I mean the gold winner, gonna have 1,500 ringgit as the prizes, and then the silver gonna have 1,000 ringgit, and then the bronze gonna have 800 ringgit. So yeah, it's not that you just exhibit your project, but you have also potential to get to win all of these prizes. Okay. All right, so the next one will be the timeline. Okay, so the project submission, the deadline for project submission falls on 13 June. Okay, 13 June will be the deadline lah for the submission. So hopefully, if let's say you already finish up or you already prepare all the relevant documents and all video presentation and everything, you can submit it to Dr. Chu, and then through the head of school lah, submit it to us, right? Okay, so 13 June will be the deadline, and then all of the project will be exhibited in the InnoFest website, and then starting 20th June, we're gonna have evaluation session lah. And during the month of June as well, we're gonna conduct a few webinars under this Taylor InnoFest session. So it is highly encouraged that the students attend to it. Just to because this is the topic selected will be on solely focus on the objective of the student itself, and then on the sharing session as well. So it is highly recommended for the student to attend to it, and then hopefully we will get large crowds out of it, for all of these webinars lah. Okay. So evaluation period will be starting from 11 July up until 18 July, and then the 18 July will be the date of announcement of the winner lah. Right? Okay. So before I proceed to the guideline, probably some of you wondering why you need to participate in this Taylor InnoFest. Okay, so the first thing is that this Taylor InnoFest is the innovation festival that we conducted to exhibit all of the projects that you have done. That's one thing. And then the second is that we want to analyze, or we want to evaluate which project that have potential for the next stage of prototyping and as well as commercialization. So if you have any intention to proceed further, then this will be one of the platform that you can showcase your project, and then we will gonna have evaluation, and then we will take it. If let's say you have successfully showcase your project, then we will take your project to the next level. Another part is that this Stellar InnoFest, currently we are having an online session in which we call it InnoFest. So we say that every project is exhibited in our website. So in order for you, because what I understand is that most of you are final year students, in order for you to enhance or to give more credibility in your resume, you can take the link of your project that you have exhibited and then include it in your resume. So this is one of the way that you can fully enhance your resume, as well as you make use of this Taylor InnoFest website, or this Taylor InnoFest festival. So that is what our objective is. Okay, so moving forward, so we're gonna talk about the guidelines. Okay, so there is no, how to say, there is no specific way or of showcasing your project, because we try to get the creativity out of all participants. Okay, so this guideline is it just help you to prepare for your video presentation later on. So if you fully follow this guideline, so at least you are already complying to the guideline, to the requirement, and hopefully it will be helping you in winning the award lah, or winning the prizes. Okay, so as we mentioned before, it is a video presentation. Okay, video presentation. So gonna have a presentation. This is just guideline for you presenting on your projects. So for the front slide, so you're gonna need to include the project title and highlight of project's theme. Okay, so project's theme, it all depends on the 14 Taylor's Impact Lab theme lah.
还有5只咯，你知道吗？长得一模一样的，尾巴短短的，没有尾巴的。
Okay, sorry. Okay, so there will be 14 teams for Taylor's Impact Lab. So you need to highlight which teams that suit your project. Okay, so even though you might have like a combination of team, so you can also include it in. So you say that if let's say it is so if let's say you have medical advancement or for better quality of life, so you can include it in as one of your team. And if let's say at the same time you are trying to eradicating poverty, then you can highlight it also. So we say that you don't need to specify one team only, but it can be a combination of team, but if possible, try to make it relevant lah. All right, so we don't want you just macam combine every teams, but you cannot justify it later. So it needs to be justified, and then it needs to be clear lah. All right, so we go back to the guideline. Okay, the first slide gonna be introduction of your team, of the team. So we're gonna need the details of project leader and team members lah. So here you can put it in your full name, school, program, and contact information. Okay, on the next slide, slide 2, we're gonna proceed with the technology or idea. So what you need to specify, what is your technology, idea, or concept? You need to provide a clear, concise, visual and verbal description of your technology, idea, concept in a way that it will be easily understandable and capture interest. So here you need to provide you need to explain what is your technology. So in a very clear and concise way, a visual and verbal description. So in a slide, in only one slide, if you can compress it and then exhibit it in a clear and concise way, that it will be much better. Okay, and then the next slide. So what is the problem that your technology, idea, or concept is solving? So we need to know what is the problem that you are facing, and then that you are trying to solve using the technology that you provided, that you propose. Okay. Okay, hold. Okay, so the next one will be on the market size. So we want to know what is the size of the market and the potential size of the opportunity. If possible, you can support it with credible sources. Okay, so this market size probably you can mention as well. I mean, who's using? I mean, okay, if let's say you're trying to solve a problem in terms of uh, okay, they say ripeness of the jackfruit. So okay, so what is the market size of jackfruit in Malaysia, something like that lah. So that we know that it is big, and then you are trying to provide a major solution to that kind of problem. Okay, the next one will be the solution. So how is your technology, idea, concept solving this problem? What are the features and benefits? What are some secondary or other application of technology if applicable? So we want to know what are the features and benefits. So if let's say you're creating a robotic, something like that, a robotic. So what is the features and then what is the benefit of having that kind of robot, something like that lah. What are some secondary or other application of technology if applicable as well? Okay, on the next slide will be the competition or current technologies. So what are the advantages of your technology, idea, concept to address the problem? So we want to know if let's say you already, sometime when you are developing a project, when you're doing a project, you are referring to the current technology. So if let's say there is any current technology you're referring and then you try to improve it, so what is the improvement that you have made? So that is what we want to know lah. Okay, sorry. Okay, so the next one will be photos. So if let's say you have photos of your project, so please include it in a slide. So at least we're gonna need at least 3 to 5 photos of the project. So if possible, is relevant photos of your project lah. Okay, and then the next one will be video introducing the team and presenting the project. So okay, so actually this is a link. This is a link uh, to help you. I mean, this is the guideline as well for a video introducing the team and presenting the project. But you can watch it later. So I will provide it in the chat I will provide in the chat, so you can watch it later lah. So this is like template or guideline for you to introduce the team and presenting the project. Okay. Last but not least, each participant and PDs are required to subscribe to Taylor University InnoFest YouTube channel as part of Taylor University InnoFest participation and project evaluation. So it is highly recommended that all of you subscribe to Taylor University InnoFest YouTube channel. This is the link, or you can just search from the YouTube about Taylor InnoFest lah. So please subscribe, and then from there you can also see all of the video, the project video presentation, as well as any relevant videos of the project that participate in Taylor InnoFest. So it can be one of the guideline as well, and then one of the reference for you to prepare for your video presentation. Okay. All right. So okay. So this is the teams. So this is 14 Taylor's Impact Lab team. This one I think you can refer to Dr. Chu as well about the teams. Okay, and then okay. So okay, before we go to the question and answer session, I want to show all of you another document, which is the guideline. Okay, let me share another screen. Okay, so we have developed an InnoFest guideline. So everything that I have presented earlier is already mentioned in this guideline lah. So this is the guideline. So it is similar to what I have presented earlier. It's just that in addition to the presentation, okay, so this is general structure lah, the one that I have mentioned in the earlier presentation. And also this one, it is a clickable link, so you can just click this one. I will share it in the chat as well. So for this guideline, you can click on that and then subscribe to our YouTube channels. Okay, so category of awards and criteria of evaluation. So in order to prepare for a good submission that have high potential of winning the awards, so this is the criteria of evaluation. So this is what we in our side, the evaluator gonna evaluate your project lah. So first, okay, for best potential IPR right, intellectual property right filing. So is all of the project gonna be evaluated according to the requirement of clarity of the problem or concept to be solved. So you need to clarify and then in a clear and concise way lah on the concept. Scalability of the application in IP protection. So means say that what is the potential IP that gonna that your projects will be protected in later on. So if let's say it is a patent, it is a copyright, so you need to have this kind of consideration as well lah. So this is one of the requirement. And then difficulties or barriers for market entry. If let's say it is quite difficult, or it is it is a new technology that no one have ever introduced it before, then it's gonna have a high potential for winning this IPR right filing category lah. Okay, so the next category will be best prototype. Okay, so again, you need to have a clarity of the problem or concept to be solved. So you need to be clear and concise. And then potential market niche application. So we want to know what is the potential market, and then usability of fulfilling practical need. So it is really, we want to know also it is really useful, and then it is functioning well, So that is how we evaluate under best prototype lah. Okay, the next one will be Taylor University commercialization potential. So under this category, we evaluate the project based on the requirement of clear target market of the projects, because it is called commercialization potential category. So we want to know the clear target market of the projects, difficulty or barriers for market entry. So we want to know whether it is difficult, because if it is a new innovation, so you might have some difficulty to enter the market. And then the potential rapid collaboration with industry partners. So if let's say if you have we want to know as well if you can include in the presentation slide as well, what is a potential industry partner that might have interest in your project. So this is what the requirement for this category lah. Okay, so to add on after, okay, this is the process after the Taylor innovation after the Taylor InnoFest ended lah. So if let's say every finalist of the InnoFest or participant with potential project are provided with opportunity to file for intellectual property protection. So this one will be discussed after we have analyzed or evaluate the winners lah. So another one is that the finalists also are gonna be provided with an opportunity to commercialize the project. So this come after a thorough evaluation later on. Okay, so before we moving forward to question and answer session, I want to show all of you on the previous project that I have participated in this Taylor InnoFest. So let me share another screen. Okay, so there are many ways for all of you to exhibit your project. So like for this project, right, the detection system for jackfruit, which is one of the finalists. So what they have is that they just provide us with this poster about the project, and then some description of the project lah. And along the way, there is a presentation video. So this one is more towards like not a presentation video, but in more a video prepared in order to introduce the project lah. So actually, this is one of the way, but we really hope that there will be a video presentation instead of this one, because actually you can for video presentation you can also showcase yourself, and then at the same time it is much more detailed and comprehensive lah for the evaluator later on. Okay, another one we have is this one, Catabog, which is one of the finalists as well for last year InnoFest. So they provide us with pictures with the design of the project. Okay, and then they have some description of the project as well. So this one doesn't have any video presentation, but starting this year, we try to make it as one of the requirement lah for video presentation. Okay, sorry. And then the next one will be another finalist as well. So what they have is that they provide us with pictures of the project. So this one is a frozen dessert bar. So this is a picture of the dessert bar, and then some description of the project. Okay, and as well as a video presentation lah. So this one, this is a good video presentation in which they combine, they not just merely presenting through slides, but they provide it in another creative way lah. But at the end of the day, like I mentioned before, it all depends on your creativity. It's just that based on the guideline that we have provided, we need all of the requirement to be presented in the video. Okay, so this is another one. This is from School of Engineering as well. So this one is they provide us with the pictures, which is the prototype of the project, and then they have some description. And another thing is that they have a project introduction lah video, introduction video. So this one is more towards exhibiting the project, but as I mentioned before, this one just the it's not really detailed, and it's not really comprehensive lah. So we might have missed some point there, but because this one is I think is finalist on best prototype. So this one, once we have the visual of the prototype, then this is the one lah. Okay, so another two project. Okay, so for this project, this is a previous, I think this is 2022, if I'm not 2020 InnoFest, if I'm not mistaken. So there is a picture of the project, and then the description. So design a shock detecting motorcycle helmet. Okay, and then this is a video. So they have a oral presentation video lah. So from here, I think this is quite comprehensive and detailed enough. But in terms of the duration, I think you can try to not make it too drag lah. So like this one is like 42 minutes. So try to compress it. If let's say like 15 to 20 minutes, it will be much better lah. Based on the guideline that we have provided, we estimated it that it can be, I mean, the video will be in the duration of 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, another one I think is almost similar. It just we have the pictures, so description as well as the video presentation lah. So what we want to highlight here is that we try to highlight that we want photos based on the guideline that I mentioned earlier. We want photos, we want description as well as the video presentation. So this video presentation following the guideline that we have provided earlier lah. So okay, so I think that is all from me. So we can go back to the question and answer session. So if anyone have any question, and I'm happy to answer to all of your inquiries lah.
Okay, thanks, Cairo. Before the Q&A, I just want to inform everyone. Next week we will share some information how you can submit to the InnoFest lah. Instead of doing it individually to us, we have a platform for you to submit, and then we will send all the information together to Taylor's InnoFest. So we will provide that by next week. Okay.
Okay.
So anyone has any questions? Okay, if no question, then I think is there a way they can contact you? Or
yeah, I think there is a chat question there.
oh, okay.
Okay, so the question is InnoFest compulsory?
Yes, so you must submit to the InnoFest for FYP and GP as well. Yeah, both.
Okay, so as Dr. Chu mentioned, InnoFest gonna be held like twice per year. So it depends on the school itself on this for the submission of Taylor InnoFest. So every submission of Taylor InnoFest gonna be through the school, and then like Dr. Chu mentioned, there will be a platform for it lah. So everyone, so hopefully you can join the InnoFest. And then if you have any question, you can just email me, or you can just I will leave my information, contact information later, or you can just meet me at KTC. So we have also a session as well. So if you want to set an appointment with us, there will be no issue as well lah. So there is a lot of ways for you to engage with us. And then okay, so like I mentioned before, this Tailor InnoFest is we try to exhibit all of your project. So I know that probably there is some doubts that it like being a burden for you all, but actually at the end of the day, you're gonna obviously you're gonna submit your project and then try to showcase it. If I'm not mistaken, through Eureka or something. So that's this is another way of showcasing your project, as well as I mentioned before. You can make use of this Tailor InnoFest. You can make use of it to include it in your resume lah, as well, because it should try to enhance your resume. Okay, so this is how the previous participant have done it. They participated even though they didn't win it. Every participant gonna be provided with certificate of participation, and then in the resume they include the link of their project. So if let's say you try to impress the interviewer of something, that is one of the way that you can try to impress them lah. Okay. On our side, we hope that the winners gonna be from School of Engineering, and then hopefully that we can help you to develop your project if you have interest in it to the next stage of commercialization. All right. So if there is any question, if not, then I'm gonna leave my contact details in the chat later, as well as all the documents like the guideline as well for you follow for you for reference. Okay, I don't think there is any question. Okay, Dr. Chu, I think thanks a lot for inviting me. I think this is the first time the school have invited PIC from KTC to PIC from Tailor InnoFest itself to present. So I think this is a good initiative, and then I can see that School of Engineering, really excited to win the Tailor InnoFest lah.
Okay, thanks, Cairo, for your time.
All right, thanks, Atichu. Okay, thanks everyone. Yep.
Maybe email me the file is better, because I think once they leave the chat, the meeting, they may not be able to access it again.
Oh,
so
okay.
if you email me
Right.
the file, I will send to them separately.
Okay, sure. So I'm gonna leave my contact details and all the documents to Dr. Chu lah. So Dr. Chu gonna circulate to all of them.
And also the recorded video, I'll put it on times so you all can watch it.
Okay. All right, Dr. Chu.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thanks everyone.